Hello there, my name's Tom Chapman. I'm a teacher of maths here at Fram, and I'm going to talk to you all about Gcse maths. So the first thing, there's no coursework in Gcse maths. It's purely exam based. So there's 3 exams, each 90 minutes. There's one non-calculator paper and there's 2 calculator papers. They're each weighted at a third, so that out of 80 marks, meaning 240 marks you could score overall, and then your grade is based on where you sit between those marks. And there's 2 tiers of entry for maths as well. There's a foundation entry and a higher tier entry, and a decision is made on which tier you'll sit later on in year 11. So the format of the course, so year 10 and year 11 fully cover basically everything you need to know on your GCSE maths course. Obviously everything you've done in Key Stage 3 will underpin this, but you'll cover basically everything you need to know for the exam over the next couple of years. We work on topics normally until about Christmas, January, maybe February of year 11, and then we can spend lots of time on revision based on your mock and based on weaknesses and strengths we've picked up in the classroom. Mock exams as well, you normally complete these one set at the end of year 10, and then you complete another 2 sets, normally in November of year 11 and February of year 11. And what we do after these mock exams is we supplement them with a QLA, which is a question level analysis. So that helps students know what to revise. So here is one on the screen here. And basically it shows the 3 papers, paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3, and the scores achieved on those papers. So the questions that are highlighted there in green, or the question numbers should I say, questions highlighted in green means that students scored full marks on those questions. Questions highlighted in amber means they've got some of the marks, and questions highlighted in red means they've got none of the marks. So it's really then easy to see for students which topics they need to be working on and which topics they've got strengths on as well. So they'll get one of these QLAs after each mock. The next thing, so students in year 10 complete GCSE papers throughout the year. So normally at the end of term we do an assessment, and for year 10 that'll be a GCSE paper. So you start to get familiar about how these papers are going to look and the format they're in. And then we've got different topics covered here. So number, algebra, statistics, probability, geometry, measures, ratio, proportion, and rates of change. So these are the sort of broad areas of study. So a few years ago there were some changes in GCSE maths. So those of you who maybe got sons or daughters who did maths with us quite a while ago, would have studied a different course, and there's been a few changes that have happened. So the volume of subject content has increased, meaning there's more stuff that need to be learned. The demand of the content has increased too. So some of the material has been brought down from A level into the higher tier entry, and some of the higher tier material has been brought down into foundation as well. So stuff has been cascaded down from above. There's more emphasis on problem solving and mathematical reasoning, as I'll talk about in a second, and fewer formulae will be provided in examinations as well. So this is just an example of maybe an old style question and a new style question. So in the old exam, this would have been a question, work out 29 times 52. In the new exam, this is how that exact same question could be put across. So a local football club have just reached the county cup final. They want to bring 29 coaches to the final. Each coach has 52 seats. How many supporters are going to be at the final? Now these questions are asking you to do the same thing, times 29 by 52, but you can see that the new exam is a lot more wordy. It's not as clear what needs to be done. So it's down to the student to work out, right, what is this question asking me to do? So up in my room and in lots of maths rooms around the school, there's this need to know formulae, and these are important formulae that you need to learn for your exam. Now, these have all been removed. These used to be in the paper, at the front of the paper, but now you're required to know these off by heart from memory. Now, we don't know yet whether the pandemic is going to affect whether these formulae are now going to be put back into the exam. Only time will tell. So we'll wait and see over the coming months whether these are going to be put back in and you can use them, or you might have to remember them yourself. Next thing is equipment. So these are the essential bits of equipment, and a good mathematician always has their equipment. This is invaluable stuff. So a ruler graduated in centimetres and millimetres, a protractor, all right, a pair of compasses is essential as well for drawing circles and arcs. Next thing, pen and pencil, eraser as well, so if you're drawing graphs in the exam, or you're drawing tables and things and you make a mistake, it's really easy, you can rub it out. Scientific calculator. Now you noticed on a few slides ago I mentioned that 2 out of the 3 papers are calculator based, so we're going to be using calculators an awful lot in years 10 and 11, so do make sure you've got your own scientific calculator. They are available from down at the office. A highlighter is a good one as well. We're going to be making lots of notes in class, so it's worth highlighting important sections. Also during the exam as well, lots of students use highlighters to highlight keywords, as the question's that much more wordy now. So highlighting keywords makes them a little bit easier to process. Next thing is about knowing the command words. So in the maths exam, we're using lots of command words we're maybe not familiar with. So for example, I use one on the top left, the word estimate. If a student works out an answer exactly and doesn't round it off or work out an approximate answer when they've asked you to estimate, you're not going to get full marks. Okay, it's asking you to estimate and approximate. If you've calculated the question exactly, you're not going to get full marks. So it's worth knowing all of these command words. So let's have a look at some resources that can help you revise in maths as well. First thing is your own books. So these are fantastic. You're going to be using these obviously over the course of the next couple of years. These are going to contain all your class notes. So these are really going to be a fantastic resource for you to use for your revision. However, you need to make sure that you've got a complete set of notes. Don't miss out anything in class. Make sure you're highlighting any keywords, any important sections that you think might be important to you. Next thing is revision guides and cards. So we've got a range of these on offer here at Fram. The first one is on the left, my favourite, the CGP ones. They're brilliant. They've got lots of pictures in there, lots of jokes and things at the bottom. A source of my material normally in lessons, but fantastic revision guide there, CGP. The middle one is the Pearson/EdXL revision guides workbooks. They're available for us as well. And then the last ones here are the Corbett Maths revision cards. So they're a set of little mini cards, and on one side are the revision notes, and on the back is a set of QR codes to revision questions and videos and things as well. But they're fantastic. So they're all available through us. They also are online, a bit more expensive. We normally send out a letter as well early on in the term for anybody who wants to buy these from us. We do keep some of these in stock. So if you're interested, let your maths teacher know. You can also buy these online, but as I said, they're a little bit cheaper through us here at the school, so we can buy in bulk. Next thing, so when we get to year 11, we'll have in-school revision sessions as well, and they're based normally on performance in mock exams. We aim the sessions at particular topics, and they're normally announced each week. So we say, right, today we're focusing on collecting like terms, or today we're focusing on solving quadratic equations. This is an ideal opportunity to ask questions and look at these tricky questions in detail. And how we've run it last year and we're looking at running this year is it runs on a Monday after school, and alternate Mondays are going to be higher and foundation. So one Monday we'll look at higher material, the next Monday foundation, higher foundation, and we'll run that along as such. So it's an A105, 3 until 4 o'clock every Monday after school, and that's in year 11. Next thing, so useful resources that we provide as well and have logins for. So first thing is MyMaths, the good old favourite. Every student's got a login to MyMaths, and if they haven't already, they'll be given a sticker with their login on it. MathsPad is a fantastic one we invested in last year. Lots of great resources on MathsPad as well, and again, students have all got logins for these. BBC Bite Size is a classic one. Fantastic set of resources on there. Lots of information related to the Pearson course, which is brilliant. I would thoroughly recommend the past papers on the EdXL website as well. They're really, really good for practice and to get to know how the questions are formatted as well. So I'd recommend going onto the Pearson website. It used to be called EdXL, but they're now called Pearson. Go on there, find our maths course, and there'll be loads of past papers on there with the mark schemes as well, so you can practice questions. Seneca's a popular one with students, which is self-marking and gives you feedback as you answer your questions. MathsBot, sometimes I use in class, is brilliant if you want to practice a particular type of question. Corbett Maths, I mentioned earlier, the cards you can get, but they also do a 5 a day, because we always told, right, we need to be eating our 5 fruit and veg a day, so why not have a go at 5 maths questions a day? Is it a really good idea? And there's loads of worksheets, videos and guides on there as well to help. And the last one is Maths Genie. Again, lots of practice with particular topics. If you're really struggling with circles or you're really struggling with probability, you can go on there and pick out categorized questions, which is good. I want to talk about further maths. So we're offering further maths as an extra GCSE. So this is different from intervention or extra maths. It's a different qualification. So as well as studying GCSE maths with us that every student does, some students have opted to study further maths. So it's an extra GCSE. It's basically a crossover course between GCSE maths and A-level maths. So it's really intended for those students who want to go on to take A-level maths. The sessions take place with Mrs Bain on after school on a Monday in A106, and we're classing it as a period 6, because we normally have 5 periods in our day, but we're classing it as in a period 6, and it's essential that students take part in these sessions if they're looking to take further maths. So that's it from me. all it remains to say is best of luck. I hope it all goes well. If you want to contact me with any questions, my email address is on the screen, t.chapman@fehs.set.education. Or you can contact Mrs. Claire, who's our Director of Maths, at h.claire@fehs.set.education. Thanks ever so much for listening. All the best. Thank you. Goodbye.